Hi, I'm Beverly Banor Brown, and today on Codependency Revealed, I have an action plan for you and some other insights I hope will help you with our topic. Fallacy number 1 under Codependency Revealed: my needs, wants, and desires don't count. With an exclamation point at the end, just to let you know how really emphatic that belief can be. That belief, part of the old BS, the old belief system that no longer serves you if it ever did, is critically significant in the healing process from codependent symptoms and behavior. Why? Because if you've gotten a message early on in your life, perhaps as a little child, through no fault of your own, that your dreams, your aspirations, your fantasies about the life you want to create as you get older, as you grow up, have no validity, have no real possibility of ever becoming true, then can you see where you've been dealing with dream killers? Maybe it was a bully who you saw on the playground. Maybe it was somebody who smashed your bike and rode away. Maybe it was somebody who treated you like every minute they spent with you was a great favor they were bestowing. Maybe it was parents, aunts, uncles, grandparents. Maybe you had a sibling who bullied you or was incestuous with you. Maybe it was a family friend who belittled you. Maybe a teacher who singled you out for a whole year and made you the scapegoat. The possibilities are absolutely endless. We also have to remember, I believe, that if we grew up in homes where there was a lot of dysfunction, where there was perhaps somebody who had a drinking problem, a problem with other substance abuse, a gambling problem, that there were marital issues, that there was a lack of healthy self-esteem on the part of the caregivers, and that helped you to be in a position of vulnerability where it was very hard for you to have an example of somebody who knew how to live life from a place of self-empowered knowing and assertion, then you really were in a very, very vulnerable place where what you had modeled for you was unhealthy behavior. Often there were family secrets, which everybody was sworn not to talk about. All of this adds up to the kind of behavior where there are no healthy boundaries modeled for the child or the children, and so they learn, because they have nothing else to compare it to yet, as they later do in teenage years and adulthood, they learn the idea that deviant behavior, inappropriate language, cutting, sarcastic remarks are normal. Or that the parents may even perhaps have been trying to protect them and not wanting them to suffer some of the disappointments in their lives and careers that they'd experienced. And so in a misguided determination to protect you, they crushed a lot of your dreams. Maybe you learned it wasn't okay to even express a desire for something special for dinner, a certain kind of ice cream, maybe a certain kind of food. Maybe you loved fried chicken or barbecued ribs, and your mother was making, or your father, as the case may be, was making meatloaf, and meatloaf it was going to be. Spaghetti and meatballs, whatever happened to be on the dining room table, and you were lucky to have even that, and don't bother telling me what you want, you'll take what you can get. These kinds of messages, delivered frequently enough, give a child the idea that they're not good enough, that they're not smart enough, that their opinions about things in life, from the colors they like on a painting to the kind of movies they enjoy watching, the kind of music they listen to or try to make themselves, the goals and aspirations they have for their future are not worthy. And when that is the message you've been given and the message that you have received deep inside the cells of your body, there is a cellular memory of that. There is a psychological belief system that is operating and that can throw you later on into making choices and decisions and attracting people into your life who resonate with that negativity. So consciously, you may think, I don't really want to be with that person. That person and I don't do well together because he doesn't make me feel more myself, more my best self. But the thing is, you may be so used to not thinking in terms of what is your best self, what are your sterling, wonderful virtues on which to build a new and better framework for your life, that you feel the familiarity of that negativity, of that lower vibration, and you allow it. Consciously, you may want to reject it, and yet you're drawn. And this, again, is not a bad karma on your part. It's not a punishment. It's because you're getting the opportunity through having the stimuli of that kind of negativity, or that kind of lack of boundaries, or that kind of put-down relationship situation. You're having that as a stimuli to remind you that, yes, it's really time for you to look at what's really going on underneath. Is there codependency? Do you need, perhaps, to reclaim your birthright of knowing that you are inherently beautiful, you are inherently good and wonderful and intelligent, and that you have come to this earth not just to survive, not just to slog through the mud of life, but to dance in the light and live a beautiful, thriving existence, and give and receive love in healthy, wondrous ways, with people who are also healthy emotionally, who understand good boundaries, who don't expect unreasonable things of you, who would have too much respect for themselves and you to ask that you drop everything, let's say at 1 o'clock in the morning, and come rescue them and fix their flat tire on the highway. Or that they're getting in on a flight that comes in at 2 in the morning and, oh, you don't mind picking me up, do you? Well, you know what? Maybe you do. And maybe it's time to overcome the codependency that says your needs are more important than mine. And if I fail to pick you up at the airport or go and rescue you on the highway, you're going to think I'm a bad person. You're going to think I'm not okay, and you're going to stop wanting to be my friend. You're going to abandon me. We're always trying to get our needs met. Always. Whether it's getting a glass of water or putting on some glasses to read the fine print better, or developing friendships and relationships at school, at work, in our spiritual communities, in our areas of special interest. It makes us feel better, it makes us feel safe to know that we are accepted. Because then, if we're still looking outside of ourselves for approval, which codependents almost invariably are, we are always at the effect of other people's descriptions, opinions, needs, wants, and it becomes an extraordinary drain on our psychic energy, our physical bodies, our emotional bodies. It affects the quality of life in ways that simply don't need to happen anymore once you're aware. I've said this before on other videos, and I think it's worth repeating now. Awareness is the greatest friend of positive change. And so if you believe any part of that fallacy, that everybody else's needs, wants, and desires have more precedence in the world than yours, I would ask you to really pay special attention to today's golden nuggets, which I share with you, as always, with enormous respect, and always with the idea that this is offered educationally. It is not ever designed to replace professional care and guidance. It's often offered also with the proviso that you are totally free to accept or reject my ideas, and it's all good. All right then, so let's do the first golden nugget to counteract the fallacy that everybody else comes before me, everybody else has a right to be here and maybe I don't, or that love is for everybody else but not me, or any number of another 20 or 30 or 50 of these kinds of beliefs that I could share with you that would be relevant to this topic. Golden nugget number 1. Meet yourself where you are. Don't judge yourself if you believe this or you have somebody close to you who you know believes this about yourself. This is where you are now. It is not where you have to stay. Because as I've said before, codependency is not a life sentence anymore. So much can be done to help you. So much can be done to help yourself. Next golden nugget. Understand that the people in your life currently will probably intensely dislike the new boundaries that you are going to be putting in place in this process of strengthening yourself and getting clarity about the fact that your needs, your wants, your desires, your goals, dreams, aspirations are important inherently because you are a beloved child of the universe and have every right to be here and have every right to thrive and have every right to express your needs, your goals, your desires, and live them fully. Every right. Automatically. Next golden nugget for today is if your friends, if your family, if your lover, if your children or your parents become annoyed when you at first perhaps decline what you have come now to realize is an unreasonable demand or question, that is part of the process. Sometimes we have to adjust as those around us grow and evolve and deepen. Setting healthy boundaries, which I'll go into more on other videos about how to do this and what boundaries really are, and how they facilitate beautiful, healthy relationships rather than sabotage them, actually, will help you hopefully to set those boundaries and keep them firmly in place. Next golden nugget, your friends and family, the ones who really love you, the ones who are healthy enough to even have any kind of stable, ongoing relationship with, will come around eventually and will ultimately, most likely, respect and love you more because there will be more of the true, authentic you with whom to interact. Next and the last golden nugget for today. If you haven't already started a gratitude journal, I suggest that you do it. In that gratitude journal, write down every single morning when you first wake up, please, if it feels right to you, at least 3 things that you're grateful for in your life, and at least 3 more things that you admire about your life. It may be something that you managed to overcome as a child. It may be some crisis that you've come through, and identify what the strengths were that allowed you to do that. We want always to build on a foundation of reality strengths that you've already exhibited. Look also every day as you go through the gratitude journal process of appreciating things about your life, about the people around you, the animals around you, the beauty of nature, the home in which you live, the work that you do, the hobbies that you're pursuing, and keep looking for what are the qualities that you're appreciating about yourself. Is it your integrity, your sense of fun, your humor, your wit, your intelligence, your good memory, your loving kindness, your desire to be of service, your faith, and so many more that I can mention, but I'm going to leave the rest to you. All right then, until next time, I am Beverly Banor Brown. My channel's name is Beverly Banor Brown MS for Masters of Science in Counseling. If you haven't already, I truly hope that you will consider, free of charge, becoming a subscriber. Check out a number of the other, many now, videos in my library on YouTube. Inner Peace Now, Radical Gratitude, joyful marriage, authentic dating, successful dating, mindful parenting, parenting with heart, holistic wellness, about vanishing twin syndrome, and of course narcissistic relationships, and this one, Codependency Revealed. Every single one of them are designed to work in tandem and help you to get more clarity about what really matters to you, about your life, about your goals, your dreams, your life purposes, and how to live them with the greatest amount of jubilance possible. Bye for now, and many, many beautiful and bright blessings for your life.